Everyone's
So-
okay?
Are we now able to get this on? No.
I don't know. Like what you
I
have.
don't, mine hasn't synced yet, so no.
All right, okay. Thank you,
Why? No, it's okay.
thank you.
Hey, good to see you.
On local laws, nothing. The Operations Committee will be meeting tomorrow at 5:30, and we will be discussing local law B by Mr. Hoey. So that will be tomorrow, but that's not for tonight. On ordinances held, I don't have anything. Just want to note, though, the Law Committee is meeting on Wednesday, and they will be considering Ordinance 21219, which relates to fire hydrants, 62119, which relates to DGS adjudication of violations, and 72119, which relates to parking during snow emergencies. And those will be on Wednesday night's agenda for law.
I have a question. Will there be any guests, like to speak on it before emergency? No parking?
Yeah, it includes public comment periods.
I'm talking about like city officials, will,
Oh, city
like
officials?
traffic and safety, Bill Trudeau's gonna be
For
there.
snow emergency one,
Who's coming in? That's what-
DGS, we're gonna have Frank Filio, Sergio, and we're also gonna, I invited the chief and Bill Trudeau, he was waiting on superiors. I don't know if they're gonna show up, so.
They actually asked for it tonight.
Yeah, that's, I know, but he said he had to hear from his superior.
Yeah, I don't think DGS has a problem with the snow emergency. There might be some clarification we need to do with it, but basically at that point, that's a change in shift, so they're not out anyway and doing anything. The one issue sometimes that comes up is that, on certain streets, one-sided streets, where you have them parking on both sides, there sometimes can be problems. But I don't think it's a minor change,
Gotcha.
that they don't do anything anyway at that point.
Thanks.
Can I just ask, are our committee meetings no longer on our calendar? Is that because I haven't gone to IT?
Our committee meetings? Yeah, it's on the
They're on the
calendar.
calendar.
Well, you put them up on the Google Calendar so people can
Yeah, it's on the Google calendar.
copy them to their calendar,
Are
right?
you not seeing?
Mine used to automatically come in. so-
I think you have to, it's on the calendar, you have to copy it if you want it on
Can
your
I
calendar.
see, Judy, do you mind? You might just
Yeah,
want
there's
to
still,
Add the
Yeah,
council
it's-
calendar
All right.
to your list of calendars.
Yeah, if you want it.
It's in there.
All right. Also,
depends on what I calendar still have she's to using too. change my password.
on, not, actually on the 23rd, the Human Resources Committee will be meeting on the living wage ordinance also. So those are all committee meetings that are happening between now and our next meeting, which will be on May 6th. Your planning meeting on...
And the
methadone?
25th, actually, the Thursday, the 25th, that's to discuss zoning for the methadone dispensaries. That's still scheduled, but it, it may be canceled.
All right, so the May 25th planning meeting is a little bit
Yeah, which is
iffy,
weird.
but it's still scheduled.
do
I'm
have
waiting
it.
to hear from Chris.
All right, and I know public safety is meeting on the 29th, but that's not related to an agenda item, that's related to, I believe, summer-related issues, and I know Dorsey is also looking to schedule another public safety meeting for May,
May 8th and May 22nd.
a couple of days that deals with the police issue. Both of
Yes,
those, right?
we have April 29th, it's gonna be the violence
The
prevention.
violence prevention, right?
And then May 8th, it's gonna be the First Street incident. And then May 22nd, we're looking to meet with CPRB and APAC.
Okay, all right. So those are meetings,
Has public safety been confirmed for that night?
I don't, those two
So far, I
meetings,
have enough, I have a quorum, I'm just waiting for Alfredo, and he's out, so,
For both of them?
yeah.
So May 8th would be after caucus?
is May, what date, May, caucus night?
Can you,
Oh, no.
That's not a
no,
caucus, right?
Sorry. Okay.
It's gonna be at 6.
Gotcha.
I don't see the planning methadone on the calendar
It should be on the calendar.
The 25th.
for the 25th.
Oh, I
Thank you.
Okay, any other,
I did ask.
25.
Especially
Thursday.
in light of all these questions, I asked her if she could maybe once a week give us an update of what committee meetings are on for the,
like I used to do with the upcoming
yeah,
meetings.
yeah, be helpful, I think.
Tom?
Especially
The
on-
living wage, I didn't hear the full what you
That's
said.
on Human Resources meeting for April 23rd,
And that'll be 5:30?
5:30, yes.
Thank you.
I believe those are the only committee meetings that have actually been scheduled right now, and there are some public safety dates in the works. And I know that Tom wants to get a meeting on
Yeah,
those.
when's my chicken?
So chickens.
Well, if everybody's here, we'll come up to a date, I'm fine with it, once we get certain things out of the way. We'll probably need a few meetings on that one.
Oh. There's been some good press on, editorial photos.
I mean, who's missing today on building and codes?
So if,
Most members are here from that committee, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I asked.
Okay.
so afterwards, if you want to get together, the law committee meeting is Igo, O'Brien, Appears, Anani, and Farrell. So if you guys can settle on a law meeting for the chickens tonight, that'd be fine.
Don't be chicken about
Don't
it.
chicken out on it.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
chicken
like
out on
Stockholm
media.
syndrome.
I'm just saying, don't be chicken about it.
Okay. On the resolutions, 174219 is the resolution related to the assessor's office. That's an introduction for tonight. Judy, would you want to, you're not going to pass this because Trey couldn't be here.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So I
I'm-
saw that,
Yeah, so it'll be an introduction but not passage until he's available, which I think will be at the next caucus. My inclination would be do it at caucus rather than referring it to finance. Okay?
Yeah, I'd be okay, but you still want me to respond?
Yeah, if you would
Okay.
put it in. And I think this relates to someone, we talked to budget, some of the money he had, and he might do it, well, whatever.
Yeah,
But
he
it'll
was
just be-
looking at some potential flexibility
Yes.
there with what he did. I'm surprised that he can hire an assessor for what he's put in that, but
Okay, and then the other resolution is the Earth Day resolution by Mr. Anani, and we are all on as co-sponsors of that, and that would be a pass. On the resolutions held, the one resolution we have would be item number 4 by Councilmember Fahey. That's confirming the reappointment and appointment of Jeff Sperry as chair of the parking authority. You want to, the committee met last week. Kathy, you want to give a quick update?
Yes, so it was passed out with a positive recommendation.
Okay. That is all that we had on the agenda for tonight.
Dave for the law?
Yeah, well, one question before that, before we come to that. Is anybody still getting an awful lot of questions about potholes? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Please
I
see them.
submitted probably 75 pictures.
No
I know I
potholes.
submitted something 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, and they still haven't been touched.
I don't know if they do. I saw that they did something on one of my streets. It seemed like they did something. It was a bad street. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they just really follow the see-click fix stuff.
Well, he said he was going to work on that list and go and whatever, but some of these were calling to click fix a long time ago. And
Right.
I have people, see, we have no sidewalks, and people have to go out on the streets with the puddles or whatever. I got 2 people on handicapped carts, and they're pointing potholes, and they're not
It's
answering.
bad. I've never seen the streets this bad as they are.
Last year, they were just...
Yeah, the weather's been
So-
back and
I don't
forth.
know.
So the other issue there is so I had a whole bunch on Woodlawn, and then I also asked one to be done on Partridge, which was the parade route, long seen. They didn't do it. And then the ones that they did do on Woodlawn, big improvement, huge improvement, but I don't understand why you have like a big pothole and then you have a little part here that you're not also.
Sometimes them filling in, especially in an old coal patch, makes it go worse than it was, because you're filling one, it's another bump to hit the next one.
And I will say in their defense, because we had a bunch that were reported, then they filled them, and, like 3 weeks later,
Well, now it's
they're,
part of the cold patch, but now it's supposed to.
Well, now they have.
Is the plant open yet? I heard that.
Yes.
It is
But
open.
even the stuff that they told us was supposed to use with the new trailer and put it in, blow it out, heat it up, what the slurry is supposed to hold, so you didn't have to wait for it.
Really?
That's what he told us.
That's what he told us.
They did some winter patching with that. I know they patched one on Lincoln and it held.
We're spending a lot of money on equipment
Yeah.
we are spending a lot of money on equipment.
to have this done and help them do it right. It seems to me as though that there's a need for some training, I think.
Well, he said he took 2 crews off, he's got 2 completely trained in that, that's all they do. It's not like they used to pull people off the truck and then, give them a tamper and put it in. He's got the new thing.
Well, he's coming Wednesday, right? I believe.
I think we maybe.
He'll be at the,
Yeah, he'll be at Caucus on
You wanna do,
Wednesday, so I
general
think.
services meeting or?
Yeah,
a
general
caucus?
service meeting.
Richard, to have
So
Sergio
we're all on the
come in.
same wavelength.
well, it's the same, I mean, they do the potholes, they follow, they do it section by section. We also are getting to the point where some of
I'm
those
sorry,
streets are gonna be
they're not.
repaved.
No, they're not.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
they are not.
You might be lucky.
They do them
about
and then
that.
they come back and do them again, and then there's more potholes that come up.
No,
Well,
I have some that I
Right.
sent something to Commissioner Mirabile last spring along New Scotland Avenue when they came and they talked
All right.
about the fact that they prioritize the main arteries, et cetera. So that is still undone, and I have proof of at least 4 emails on that one, including 2 to the mayor's office with a list. I'm completely frustrated,
Do you want, should we do a caucus or a
Well,
general
he
services
and my
committee meeting?
constituents are completely.
He will be here Wednesday,
Okay.
and then maybe you can, you're on that committee, right, Law? I mean,
Yes.
you can bring up whether or not he would, do you want him to come to caucus?
No,
Or you can just.
we can bring up, the questions we all have in common and see if we respond to them in a letter. Or wants to, let us know. At least that way we have something, they don't believe in calling the guy up or anything,
We're talking about streets.
Potholes.
I don't know, I almost think it's better to have him come to a caucus because then everybody's here.
Yeah. And if he needs more people or more money, let's get it
Yeah,
out.
that's the issue.
It might just be he has vacancies.
What?
Might be he has vacancies. Talking about caucus, let's also remind people, confirm, that on May 15th, that caucus, the school district will be here. They'll be talking about the budget. So I'd mentioned that as a possibility, but it's on their calendar, so you want to note that. The budget vote is actually May 21st.
And,
Okay?
is it 2% increase, a little less than 2%?
It's a 1.99% tax levy increase.
Do you guys have that on the calendar, or am I just,
What, on the school thing?
no, the caucus, it's just weird.
The caucus for May 15th? One thing is, you might be a little bit off, this is a 5 Monday month.
Right.
So sometimes if you have a rotating automatic fill-in, it might not,
But
Well,
this
no,
is
no,
on,
this
this
is
is on the
the council
15th.
This will be, the school district will be here on May 15th.
No, I mean for the council caucus.
Right, no, I'm just saying if it's,
The calendar, the
Right.
council calendar.
yeah. Sometimes if you do an automatically add in every other month, it doesn't always work when you have 5 Mondays, so I don't know how that was added in.
Okay, well, I'm just saying I don't see it on my calendar,
Okay.
so.
So it is a 5 Monday month, which means that we don't have a meeting the Monday after this. That makes sense. Mike?
Oh, I found in my basement the document to create an ACPAC, and I only have one copy of it. So at some point I can give it to Michelle and she can scan it and send it out to everybody.
Sounds good.
So,
Thank you.
Any other issues, Tom?
I wanted to find out, I heard that City Hall had a fire on Thursday and the building was vacant.
Oh, I think what happened from what I heard, that there was something down, the new cafeteria is
Yes.
open. I think there may have been something that happened downstairs which may have set off the fire alarms in the cafe. But and fire was here, I don't think, Michelle.
I wouldn't call it fire.
What?
I wouldn't call it fire, but yes, there was,
It was-
the police department did come.
Yeah, I think it was more something was happening downstairs which set off the alarms.
Yeah, it was the first day of the
just smoke.
It was just smoke, nothing
It was
else.
smoke,
Yeah.
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 Well, I heard that there's no like fire drills or anything in this building, I'm just, you know.
I don't, you're required to have.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're required to have.
And we did protocol, yeah.
Any other issues before we, Dorsey?
Yes, I just wanted to, sorry for being late, not sure if it was mentioned. So I'm working with Ms. Shell to try to set up a public safety
Yes.
meeting regarding the First Street incident. And I just want to put it on everyone's radar that there is community concern, of course, but also community concern about what the council's response to the issue is. And so there's an expectation that the council will be responsive to the matter. And there are members of the public here today to talk about that, their concerns. Also, one of the gentlemen who was one of the victims who was attacked by the police officers is here. And represented by Mark Mishler, who will be speaking this afternoon, among others who may speak. So I just wanted to make sure the council...
Yeah, and your expectation for the meeting would be to have the chief here?
The chief has been invited to be here, of course. So the purpose being for the chief to debrief the council
Right,
members
which is
on
something we need.
the incident that happened, what the update is, but also for us to hear from community members what they expect from us. And I also asked Mark and those who are speaking to not just say that there's expectation, but communicate to us what their expectations are of us as a body.
Right. And that will presumably happen once the investigation will hopefully be further along at the point when the chief is here. And maybe have more information.
Correct, but I think that there is, there's a sentiment that given what people have seen, there's some things that we should be doing despite the investigation happening. And I concur with that.
So that's the second.
There's a second public safety meeting that Michelle was, so the 29th is regarding the violence prevention plan. And the second meeting that Michelle is working on.
May 8th.
Is confirmed. May 8th will be this meeting that I'm referring to.
So you have quorum confirmed for that?
Yes.
That would be, is that going to be at 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
I have to leave here at 6:30, but yeah, okay.
And 6 o'clock, my request to accommodate my schedule, unfortunately, for others who have busy schedules. But
Yeah, I have a
6 o'clock
standing
is set.
commitment that I can't break, so.
So 6 o'clock.
Well, the law committee has this.
It's also
Oh, yeah, the chickens,
night
right.
of the BZA meeting. Which sometimes there's things on that agenda.
I'm available.